Welcome to Oyasync software. I'm going to show you how Oyasync can help in inventory management in any business. But in the purpose of this video, we are going to focus on bars and restaurant businesses. Before then, let's look at the objectives of this video. Inventory management. These are the objectives of this video. We have 8 objectives which we need to achieve in this video, and we also have these objectives broken down into 3: introduction to stocking, which entails basic stock taking, stock transaction, price list; stock transaction, which entails material request, purchase receipt, stock entry; and also stock reports that shows the stock ledger report, the stock level report, and also the stock value and account value comparison report. Okay, without further ado, as we've outlined our objective, we'll go straight to the video. Okay, first of all, we'll be looking at warehouse tree. We are going to be looking at how to create a warehouse. Warehouse differentiates all locations, and also if for every business that have different location, you can use warehouse tree to differentiate all their operation bases. So for instance, if a bar have 2 different warehouse where they store their raw materials, so if they are receiving goods from their suppliers, if they have two stores that they use to carry out this transaction, you can create using all you need to do is to add child here and create that warehouse depending on the location. So for instance, purpose of this class, we have already an in-house warehouse that has been created, but if the owner of the business have another business outside, another warehouse outside this warehouse where he operates his business with, you can create that store as that warehouse as outdoor store. That is there's a transaction. Whenever I receive goods in that particular warehouse, it will appear under outdoor store. Whenever I receive goods that are in the store where he operates his business from, that is his point of sale, it will go under the in-house stores. We also have finished goods. Finished goods is to carry out, this is where we are selling the items from. So there are items that are being stored and there are items that are being sold. So for items that are being sold, will be either inside, it will either be in inside house stores or outdoor stores. But for items that you are selling directly from, will be inside finished goods. So we'll see how all this comes to play in the course of this video. So let's proceed to stock transactions, which is how we move all these how we move materials from one place to another. So the first thing is, we want to receive these materials in our various stores. We want to receive them in. All we need to do is done in different ways. You can either you can start off by raising a material requesting these materials, or you move forward to creating a direct purchase order. But I'm just quickly going to show you how you can raise a material request and proceed to purchase order. So all you need to do is go to the stock module, click on material requests, okay, we have our material request here. All you need to do is to add material request. The required date, we have the transaction date already popping up. The required date, when do you require this material? You either select that present day or the a day after. Make sure you don't select a date before, because the system will not accept it. So let's assume that we are receiving it on the same day. I'm making sure that I'm picking the right company. Okay, purpose of this is for purchase invoice. For purchases. Okay, I want to purchase my my raw material. Where is this raw materials going straight to? This item, where is it going straight? It's going to my in-house store. In-house store. Okay, what am I requesting? Jameson black barrel. Okay, now we discussed that in our objective we should understand the unit of measurement. So for the unit of measurement, determine the quantity that you are going to be raising. So if I'm measuring this in bottles and I receive black barrel in pack from the store, and one pack contains five bottles in a pack or in a carton, all I need to do is to calculate how many pack in a carton will give me how many bottles in the carton will give me one pack. And since we have 5 and I'm buying 5 packs of Jameson, and for each carton we have, let me assume we have six in each cartons, and I'm buying 5 packs, all you need to do is to multiply 6 by 5. That is 6 bottles by 5 packs, which will give us 30. Alright, so this will give you the right amount of value that the 5 packs will give to you. Okay, so without further ado, we'll go ahead and save, and then we submit. Okay, we've requested. The next thing is for us to raise a purchase order that this is that we want to go ahead and buy it. This can be used as a tool for, you can send this to, either a staff can send this to her boss or his boss, attaching the email of the boss right here, so that the boss can see what the items that he or she is requesting for. If there's an approver, all you need to do is just for us to go straight to purchase order, and always make sure that a default supplier is created on the items you are raising material request for. So this is a default supplier on Jameson. Okay, so you go ahead and create it. Now we are on to purchase order. Okay, alright, so you can see it's here directly. So if you have other items that you need to add that you are getting from the same supplier, all you need to do is to add row and keep adding them one after the other. I will pause and I will add them right now. Alright, so we have uploaded some of the raw materials that we are still buying from this same vendor. So all of us, we need to take note of our unit of measurement and also our quantity. Our unit of measurement determines the number of quantities that we are going to be putting here. So for each kg, how many are you getting? And for each pack, how many are you getting? So this will enable the system to give the right calculation for the right value on the item that you are getting, and it will help the system to have an accurate number of quantities of items that we have to our physical store. So with that, we'll just save our document. And we're good to go. Receive to bill. One of our objectives is to see our purchase receipt. So this is the point where we raise our purchase receipts. That is the more reason why we create a purchase order. So to create a purchase receipt, you click on create and add create purchase receipt. Okay, so purchase receipt is a document that shows proof that these items that you requested for have been received. If you've not received the items, if the business has not received the item, it has no business in raising a purchase receipt. So this is also for you to compare what you have physically and what you have in your store. So remember, these items are going to our virtual store, which is the in-house store, because that is what we selected from the point of a material request. So if the business received 30 pieces of bottle, it means that this is accurate. You have to leave it at 30. But if it receives less than 30 bottles, you have to, going by the physical calculation, you have to reduce this to 20, like this. And the same goes for other materials. Make sure that the materials you have, the items you have physically, number of items you have physically is what is corresponding here. This is accurate. So if everything here is correct, if you receive 30 bottles of Jameson Black Barrel and the rest, their quantities are the same with that of what you have in your physical store, you can go ahead and save. And then you submit. Good. This shows that this item has been received in our store. We can view this in our stock ledger. You can just view this from here. Okay, you can see all these items are available in our store. Can see it's showing right here now in their numbers, in their quantities. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, so let's just quickly create a purchase invoice. Okay, check is paid. Okay, we have to pay 2,020,000. Type select mode of payment, 2020 600. Okay, all right, so just go ahead and save, and then we submit. With that, we have our items received and paid. So the next step is for us to understand. Okay, we are still in understanding stock transaction. The first step we have done now is to receive those stock in our various warehouse, in our storehouse, which is the in-house store. Now we have to move some of the material from in-house store to where we are selling it, which is the finished goods. The items we are going to move, take note, the items we are going to move from the in-house store to the finished goods where we are selling from are the items that are not being processed. They are not raw materials. So to do that, all we need to do is to use the search bar and search for stock entry list. Okay, so we are on stock entry list, and all we need to do is to click on add stock entry. Okay, the stock entry type is material transfer, because we are transferring from one storehouse to another storehouse. The posting time, make sure you are posting, you can edit the posting time to the time that you are doing it, you are currently making this transaction. But if not, you can just leave it if you are doing it straight away. Okay, remember our company is It All. Okay, so let's go ahead and make our transfer. Our source warehouse, where do we have these goods stores stock? We have them stored in our in-house stores. We're moving from there, and where are we taking it to? Finished goods. Okay, so once we're done with that, we'll input the items that we are transferring. So we are transferring Jameson because we are not among our list. We are not cooking Jameson. We're not processing Jameson. So we go ahead and say we are transferring 20 bottles for sale. You can go ahead and add row. Let's add tequila bottle also. Tequila bottle. We are also transferring 20 tequila bottle for sale. Okay, so we go ahead and save. Okay, you can see the source and the target warehouse is already set. We just go ahead and submit this document. Okay, so this document has been saved and submitted. Okay, so let's quickly check our stock balance. Okay, so let's first of all check our in-house. So we can see the items that we just transferred to from our in-store to our finished goods are appearing here. That is why it's showing at out quantity. So if we are to check for our finished goods, we have them there also as in quantity. So you can see the movement, how these items are being moved. Okay, so for other items that we are selling and that are attached to a raw material, that we do not use the material transfer, we do not use the material transfer to transfer those items from the store to the finished goods. This is the reason we don't transfer items, raw materials that are being processed. It's best for you to use either a BOM that will give you a specification that is attaching those raw materials to the finished goods, or you use another tool, which is product bundle. So these two different tools attach these raw materials to their final production, because you are not selling the raw material, you are selling the finished goods. So those tools stands like a process of making those raw materials, transferring those form of raw materials down to finished goods. Okay, so to use this, we have our BOM, which has already been created prior to this video. We have to do that, we go to BOM list. We are going to be producing pepper turkey and chicken wings. So we go ahead and click on pepper turkey. So this is how the BOM looks like. For it, we can talk more on the BOM in another video. So we have, for one, to produce one pepper turkey, you need 1 kg of raw turkey. And to do that, all we need to do is to click on create and add work order. So let's imagine we're creating, let's say we are producing 5 peppered turkey. We are going to see how the system is going to help us to make that calculation. So this is, you need to skip material transfer to work in progress. Source warehouse is in-house store. Source warehouse is in-house store. Okay, let's not forget to put in the right company. Okay, in-house store. And the target warehouse is finished goods. Okay, so we'll go ahead and save, and then we submit. So there's one last step, is to click on finish and click on create. This is where we see the quantity of item that is leaving our store. So you can see, to make 5 pepper turkey we need 2.5 kilogram to make 5 pepper turkey. So you see how the system is calculating this, is calculating our stock. So with this, you can just go ahead and save, and then you submit. I'm going to do the same process for chicken wings. Okay, so I've done the same process for chicken wings. As you can see down here, to make 5 chicken wings, we need 5 kg of raw chicken wings. Alright, so the next for us to see, let's go back to our stock balance and see how this comes to play. Okay, so for finished goods, if we view this report again, you will see that we have received items in our store. We have 5 chicken wings available for sale. We have 5 peppered turkey available for sale. It's showing in quantity here. In the store, in the in-house warehouse, it will be showing as out quantity because it left the store to bring in here. Okay, so the next for us to do is for us to sell. So with this, we've received items, the items, we've transferred them to their various warehouses, and now it's time for us to do what? To sell those items. So I'll be using our restaurant app to make the sales. Okay, this is our restaurant app. I'm going to be using it to make the sale. So I'll select tables, select number 2, customer guests. So let's assume our chicken wings, we are selling off all our chicken wings. We are selling off all our chicken turkeys available for sale. We are selling 10 tequila and Jameson, 10 Jameson Black Barrel for this one customer. So we go ahead and click on order, select payments, cash, then we submit. Okay, so with this we are going to view our backend. So these are the things we bought from, these are the things our customer bought, And so with this, we are going to check our backend to see how this affects our sales. All right, so this is our stock balance. Let's go ahead and rebuild. You can see we've sold out those items, and so what is left in our store for available for sale? We sold out all our our chicken wings. We sold out all our pepper turkey. So what is left is just 10 James barrel and 10 whiskey. Okay, this is the reason why it's showing 12 tequila. In our opening balance, we already have these items existing. So, and what we had before was that we using our purchase receipt 20 in our store using material transfer, and we sold out 10. So what is left is 12. So you can see in every of the quantity there's always a balance value showing it. So our opening quantity, what's the value for each quantity is attached to it. Both the in quantity, the out quantity, everything shows. So you can see how our stocks are moving from one place to another. So let's go ahead and see the effect on our inventory, on our accounting. So for that, we have to go straight to our accounting model. Scroll down to profit and loss statement. We are dealing with it all, and 2023, you must select from the same box, from the box 2023. Okay, our income, you can see, let's build this. Okay, so we can see that we made over this amount, and the reason why it's showing this amount, despite the fact that we just sold what was just a million and 400,000 something. So this is the reason. So we have a balance coming from the previous year, and that is why it's showing this particular amount. So we have our expenses also. You can see stock adjustments. So whatever we do in our stock, from the point of receiving the stock down to the point of transferring them and to the point of selling them, it has effects in our accounting, and that's why we see it, and this is what is our take home from our profit and loss statement. Okay, scenarios where we have damages. If we have damages, let's take for instance, for tequila bottle we have 2 damages. For Jameson we have 1 damage. It means that what is left in our physical store for tequila is 10, and what is left for our Jameson is 9. That indicates that we need to, this is the point where we talked about in our objectives, where we need to update the system regularly. So if we have damages, the only way we can do that is using stock reconciliation to make sure that the system carries the exact amount of quantity that is left physically. So we go straight to our stock model, scroll down, select stock reconciliation. So we add stock reconciliation, our company, Okay, so the item, what is the purpose of this reconciliation? If it's open stock, that is when the business is starting to use the system afresh and you have physical items available already. So you use opening stock to carry out that transaction. But for the purpose of this video, we are doing stock reconciliation. So we select stock reconciliation to make sure to reconcile our physical stock and that of our virtual stock. So we go ahead and click fetch items from warehouse. So we are finished goods because that's where we are selling from. So that is where we have our damages from. So as we can see here, I'm just going to get rid of these items that we didn't use this video. So let's imagine that we have one damage from Jameson barrel. We'll change this to 9. And we had 2 damages from tequila bottle. So we'll click on 10. So make sure whatever you are putting as a quantity here is what you have as your physical stock. So we have 9 and 10 as Jameson barrel and tequila bottle as our physical store. What is left in our physical store? This is what we have. So we go ahead and save. Thank you for that. Then we go ahead and submit. Okay, with that, we're done. So let's see how this affects our stock balance. So we're checking our finished goods warehouse. So you can see our stock is now balanced. So you can see that what we have physically is what we have in our virtual store. So with this, we've come to the end of this video. I hope you're able to enjoy. Thank you.